guys, how's it going, YouTube? Hey, we just got what we've been told are some baby mystery snails. I think we got about 11 or so of those. We got those for free off some local classified ads. And so we're going to start to acclimate those now and get those into our various aquariums. Anything to say about that, Al?
Yes, mystery snails. I've done research on them, and they look like they're going to be amazing additions to our aquariums.
Yep, so here we go. Okay, so here are the mystery snails, and you can see they're mostly just itty bitty bitty babies. Very small. And we have one that's a pretty good size there. But most of them are just itty bitty babies, so that's what we're going to put in.
Let's start acclimating them. So these are the snails, and we're gonna just float them in here to get them acclimated. I think there's a big air bubble. Okay. And we're gonna float them in here for a little bit to get them acclimated to the water temperature. So we're about to add our first mystery snail ever into my 10-gallon. And they're really itty bitty babies. And we're gonna use our fingers because we wouldn't want to like smash them with the tweezers. Because with the tweezers it's a little hard. Okay, first snail ever. First mystery snail. We have ram's horn snails. Oh, the fish.
Fish think it's food.
Fish are wondering
But
what
now
it
they
is.
realize it's not.
And second. Going in.
Oh. Did it just get eaten?
Oh. Oh. Oh, it just got eaten. Oh.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh. Well, that wasn't good. Poor snail. Okay, well, now they know that it's not food. So let's put in this. It's so hard to grab them. Okay, now let's put in.
Are you going to put the biggest one in here?
Sure, let's do it. So let's put in this one. And next we'll put in the big one that we have. Except the big one hasn't moved at all. Since
It's alive, it's fine.
Okay, and now for the big one. This is the biggest one that we have. And it's still not even that big. Hey, get away.
Oh.
Fish, get away. Okay.
I wonder if it can get off its back.
They can. And then I think I'll add one more to this tank. And the rest will go in the other tanks. This one's floating up at the top. So it'll probably float. Okay. And then now we're going to go downstairs and put some in the other tanks. And that is a ram's horn snail. We also have ram's horn snails in this tank. And we have this one bladder snail right here, if the camera will focus on it. And so we have a couple.
Touch on what you want to focus on.
And so we have a couple of ram's horn snails, and we have Malaysian trumpet snails. And these mystery snails are going to make a great addition to this tank.
Okay, so now we're down here at our 10-gallon family room tank. And look at those beautiful fish in there. There's a little school of neon tetras. There's tons of shrimp. And I had one female guppy in there, but then I put a male in last night from my 5-gallon tank. And they're just getting along really well together. Probably will have baby guppies here pretty soon. And this tank, I just found out, I went like a month without doing a water change. And I went to do one 2 nights ago, and when I touched the water, it was freezing. And it turns out, I had noticed before that my fish were like just gathering in one little group. It seemed like they just got shy all of a sudden, but they were huddling together for warmth. It was probably at like 65 degrees for like 3 weeks, which is just terrible for these neon tetras. Should be around 78. So, but they all survived, probably because everything else in this tank is so healthy. Like every other condition is like perfect. So they were able to withstand the cold, and now they're doing just great, and they're happy and out again, swimming around. And this tank is just great. I need to take some plants out of there, trim everything back. But now we're gonna put in some of these shrimp. I mean
Snails.
Snails. Holy cow, you might have to do this, Al. I don't know how to get these out. I literally can't get them out. Okay, we're gonna have to go back to Alex for this part.
Because I have the small fingers. And even for me, it's hard. Okay, first snail is going in. Oof.
Ooh, right there.
And he gets stuck in the
Landed on
moss.
a piece of moss. Oh, I'm getting a good shot of it. So these are white mystery snails.
Stop. It's hard to grab these guys since they're so tiny. And these guys, they're really easy to breed. All you need to do is just have some in there and lower the water level, because what's cool about these guys is they actually lay their eggs out of the water instead of in the water like most types of snails. And then it's really cool how they do that. And once these guys breed, then we'll show those to you and show how we hatch them. So there's 3 mystery snails in there.
Which, who knows, we may never see again. They're so tiny.
Yeah. But we did.
We have some beautiful pink ram's horn snails.
We
that
have one or two
love,
blue ones in here.
and a couple of blue ones.
There's a blue one right here.
Where is it? Oh, look at all those shrimp on that food. Look at that, guys.
And now let's go to the beta tanks.
Okay, so now we are in the office 5-gallon tank. This right now has a beautiful beta, is the only fish. His name is, what is it, Al?
Fernando.
Fernando. And here is where that male guppy was that I just showed you up in the other aquarium. I moved him last night. And he and this beta got along just great. There was no problems at all.
So, now we are going to put the mystery snails in here. And I think maybe 2. Do you think 2's good?
Yeah.
Hopefully the beta fish gets along well with him. First one going in. Ooh, they're gonna blend in with the sand.
Oh, they are going to blend in with the sand.
Don't eat it.
By the way, there's tons of shrimp in this tank too. And they're doing great.
They're mostly males.
They're mostly males, and since the sand is white, they have really lightened up. They're almost clear. But there are a few red females in here.
And time for the second one.
Beta's curious about it. Oh, he took a taste.
This guy's lost all of his white that he used to have on him.
Yeah, he used to have a ton of white. Look at the shrimp fly all over. But he hasn't really bothered anybody. He's a good little beta fish. He's got lots of shrimp and snails, and like I said, he had that guppy in there, and he's just got along with all of them. He reminds me of a dog. He's curious about everything. Anytime there's anything new in the tank, he'll always go in and check it out. He's really interesting. He's awesome.
And time for the other beta fish. So this is our 5-gallon tank with this beta in it. And this is the tank that we started with. This is our original tank. And it's had a massive transformation. If you would look back on our first video, there's just like a castle right there and maybe a tiki right there. And that was pretty much the whole tank. But now there's plants, there's some spider wood. And what we have in this tank right now is that beta and that little guppy and a ton of plants.
Is that a female guppy?
I think it is. And then we have snails. I just got a bunch of brown ones from the 10-gallon because we wanted to keep our strain pink, and I put them in here. And they look like they're doing pretty good. And the reason we only have blue lights in here is because up in the 10-gallon, we actually have this 5 gallons old light on there, because all of a sudden this light, when it was on the 10-gallon, it just stopped working, like the white coloring. Okay, and then we also have this little Jeep light that we just put on there to make it a little tiny bit better, even though it doesn't make that much of a difference.
Sit. Good girl.
And that's our awesome Chloe. And I'm not
Okay.
sure how this beta is going to react to it because he's not as well behaved as the other one. And first snail goes in. And the beta fish doesn't even notice it. And I think that's a good thing. And that was our last snail, I believe. So in our future videos, we'll show them to you, and maybe we'll make an update video on it. And overall, these snails are gonna be amazing in these tanks, and they're gonna add more variety to it. And mystery snails are awesome. I'll have a care video on them coming out once these guys grow up a little bit. To learn about these guys and to get some for yourself, because they're very cool.